I thought even with this interview, just hearing you speak, they're going to get some of the knowledge, or they're going to know that behind the jokes there's somebody there who's actually a thinker, who has a plan to actually uplift and empower his people.
You know, I told myself, I think it was right after my uncle's murder, I told myself, you know, I had went to the graveyard, and I rarely talk about this, but I went to the graveyard to go to his tombstone. And then I had never been to my father's tombstone before this point. So I was like, you know, most of the people who I know, friends, family, and otherwise, is buried in a cemetery called Harmony Cemetery, right outside of the city in the District of Columbia. And I told myself, okay, I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna check out my father's headstone. So I went in the building and I asked for his information. And a lady gave me his information, and she pointed to the direction where he was buried, and I went to where his place was, and she said, well, it might be hard for you to find because he died in the 80s, so it was a little bit further, you know, away from where all of the date. This was an older section of the cemetery, so she said, let me just walk you over here, and so you won't get lost. And you know, it was just grass, and she was like, well, he somewhere in this area right here. And I thought to myself, I was like, wow. This is somebody who lived. This is somebody who created a life. This is somebody who loved. This is somebody who, you know, had all of the same emotions that I go through now as a young person. And the only thing that he has to be remembered by is a patch of grass. And I told myself at that point, I have to do whatever I can do to not be remembered as just a patch of grass. Because we all have that coming. It's coming, you know what I mean? You can't avoid it. It's a part of life. But for me, I know, even though I never met him, I don't remember him, I know that there's no way, who I am as a person, there's no way that this man who created me could have wanted this to be his legacy. So for me, I know that my legacy has to be bigger than that. My job is to create something that my people can live for long after I'm gone. That's what everybody should want to do. Should want to create something that's long lasting for your people to live off forever, and for people to be able to monetize forever. So, you know, that's where a lot of my motivation comes from. It's from having experiences like that. And I know I'm not the only one who has those experiences. There's some, you know, 10, 11-year-old kid right now who's somewhere in some community right here in London, I'm sure, who's going through the same type of struggle that I'm going through. And when they see this, they'll know that it's possible, because I'm that, you know, that kid in the streets who making bad choices or feel like they got to do things based off of the environment. I'm them, 100%. So to see me is to see yourself, and I want them to be able to see themselves in me, because as long as I'm here, I know that if I'm able to do that with the platform that I'm given, I'm creating a legacy that's more than a patch of grass, if that makes sense to you.
You know, I'm gonna leave it there, because it's really inspiring hearing you speak, and I think just that patch of grass mentality, what you just said, is crazy, man. You know, and but Chico, I really want to thank you for your time. Do you have any final words you want to say to not just London, but you know, the people who are gonna see
this?
Of
course, man. You know, thanks to everybody out here in London for showing so much love. Salute to Nick Cannon and the whole Wild 'N Out brand, everybody that came out here and, you know, performed. London showed us so much love. We really didn't know how it was going to turn out, if people knew who we were, or what they were going to be receptive to us, but they were. So stay on the lookout. We got the reality show coming in July, then we got the new season of Wild 'N Out coming in August. We all got a bunch of projects that's coming out, you know what I mean? My brother Carlos couldn't be here with us, but, you know, me and him got some things that we're doing together. And, you know, just stay on the lookout, man, and stay inspired, man. That's one of the things that I like to tell people. No matter what you do, no matter what it is that you want to be, always stay inspired. Find a way to stay inspired.
Mr. Chico Bean, thank you for your time.
No problem, brother.